Okay, just because your water out of the tap meets government standards doesn't mean it's actually safe for you to drink. Legal limits have been compromised. They were set decades ago. I think it was 84 was the last time that they were truly updated, allowing contaminants scientists now know are harmful to the human body in your water, but at low levels. Safe enough isn't good enough when it's coming to your health. That's my own personal opinion. The only true safe water is for you and your family is taking control of it yourself with your own water filter. Many standards were set decades ago, and this was done before modern technology existed. Today, we know that lead, PFAS, that's forever chemicals, we know that those nitrates and other contaminants are in your water supply, but at low doses. Safe enough, according to the federal government, means that regulators balance, they're like balancing public health and the cost for the facility to take that out of the water. That's how they've defined what toxins they can allow to be in your water supply. That's why right now, hexavalent chromium 6, it's very difficult to get that out of the water. You have to use reverse osmosis. But that's what that movie Aaron Brockovich story was about. So if they had a reverse osmosis system on almost, I don't know, I think it's like 60% of the water supply, it'd be billions, if not trillions of dollars. So they have to balance the cost against our health. So that's why I try to implore you to think to yourself, is that really worthwhile that you trust the government for good, clean water? For instance, lead. 1984, we were using pipes in the Chicagoland area or all throughout the country that actually is known to be bad for you today. Today, scientists know there's no safe level, zero. Yet, we have lead pipes all through Chicago, all through major cities in the United States. And obviously, that lead gets into our drinking water. PFOAs, that's forever chemicals. I applaud the government, the EPA, to actually talk about how forever chemicals there's no safe level. So today they have a very, very low level, again, balanced by the cost that it's going to have for a city or municipality to filter that out of the water as compared to what it costs us health-wise. But the good thing, there's one good thing and one bad thing. The good thing is that it's hyper toxic for us. So the government is forcing cities and municipalities to do something. But that's going to be probably decades down the line. And what it has done is bring awareness to how important it is that you filter your own tap water versus waiting for them to come around and doing it. In addition, we can take a look at nitrates. Nitrates show up in water supplies sometimes. They're linked to pregnancy problems, complications, and they're still allowed in our water in small amounts as legal limits. Now, why does this matter for you and your family? Legal simply means that they balance that difference between whether the cost it takes to get that out and public health. So it's like you have to ask yourself right now, if you have children, if you're pregnant, if you're elderly, if maybe you've had a frail health system. In fact, if you even look when you read through, and I've done this, you read through the list of things from cities that say, this is what's in our water supply. There's in every single water authority has the same statement, which is if you're immune compromised, if you're elderly, if you're an infant, if you've been on chemotherapy or radiation, talk to your doctor before you drink the tap water from the city. Well, wow, if they're saying that on every single water report throughout the entire United States, shouldn't that tell us that maybe we don't want to drink that for ourselves? So what I would suggest to you is when the government says the water is safe enough, we have to understand what does that mean. And to me, it seems like it's a lie. It's it's completely misrepresenting everything. And if it's giving all of us a false sense of safety, right? False sense of safety. We're like, well, then it's safe. It's like, no, it's safe because they've balanced it against the cost to get it out. I mean, in the President's Council on Cancer, one of the top things they say is to filter your tap water to avoid cancer if you can afford it. Hello? I mean, what, isn't that like bipolar? Are we not seeing that in every day today in our government? One person saying one thing and the other person saying the other and everyone's yelling about it? Well, this is the government bipolar telling you it's safe enough, but yet you should filter your tap water. So if the government does admit that you should filter your tap water, strongly recommend that you consider doing that. Now, we're going to talk about water filters in a second, but before we go, if you like this video, if you have friends and family that, I don't know, drink water, if you have anyone that you love and care for, please share this video, please press like, and join our community by pressing subscribe down below. So now, how do you do that? A lot of people go, well, what is going on with any of that? Well, there's two different things you can do. Whole house filtration. We have videos that we'll put a link on below that talk about how you can do a whole house water filter and a water softener that takes out some stuff that affects, that your body can absorb, your skin can absorb. But then there's also reverse osmosis systems that get installed at the kitchen sink. So these are designed to take all the toxins out of the water. And you know, I'm going to grab this little water guy here. This guy's fantastic. You have to think about it like these little bits of toxins are just attached to that water droplet. And how do we have to get that out? Well, those pour over units like, I don't know, Brita, you know, we actually have an old canister from a Brita filter. Here we have a Kangen filter. They just have carbon to take the chlorine, which coats the water droplet. That's like this pool shock here, right? It's just designed to take out that chlorine. But there's many more things, forever chemicals, lead and all that. So how do you get that out? Well, those take reverse osmosis. And in order for you to get that out, we have to push that through a semi-permeable membrane so we can take that toxin off the water droplet. That's why a high-quality NSF, that stands for National Sanitation Foundation, 58, that's the model number, or the version of it, NSF 58, you have to get that kind of reverse osmosis system paired with NSF 401 to take out emerging contaminants, and you'll be taking out all those toxins that we've just been talking about in your water for you and your family. If you'd like to learn more on that, please reach out to us. You can call us at 847-382-7800. You can go to our website. We try to give you lots of information there, including lots of blogs and all that kind of good stuff. That's angelwater.com. If you need help, give us a call, reach out to us, because you know I'm passionate about health. My name is Drew. I'm here to serve you.